Hey guys, this is Tennessee Redneck here with you again. Today I want to talk to you about how not to care about what people think. This is something that can really affect your life in all aspects of your life, whether it be professionally or personally. Uh, so let's just kind of get right into it here. One of the quick question I wanted to ask you real quick is think about, have you ever lied about an odd hobby that you had, or uh, maybe your job status, or maybe your height or weight or anything like that? Uh, why did you lie about this sort of thing? The short answer is you're embarrassed. But why are you embarrassed about this? Uh, because you're trying to control uh, how other people perceive you. Uh, you don't want people to think bad about you. You don't want them to think you're a dork or something. Maybe you have a bad or an odd hobby that maybe you're some big burly guy and you collect stuffed animals. So what? You need to own up to that. Don't worry about what people think about you. But maybe you've lied about that sort of thing because you're just embarrassed about it, and you don't want people to laugh at you. You don't want people to think anything bad about you. Uh, or maybe you're just afraid of being publicly rejected. Maybe you have a guy or girl that you want to ask out, and you're ashamed to. You're afraid that they're going to say no, and you're afraid that other people are going to find out that they turned you down and maybe laugh at you. Or you hide what you don't want people to know about you. Then we try to change. You know, you try to change into what other people want you to be. You try to conform to what they want you to conform to, and you kind of bury what you don't want other people to know about you. But you don't need to be that way. What you need to do is focus on yourself and your own values and what you value in life and your own goals in life. Don't worry about if somebody else is going to laugh at you or anything else. Uh, Something a little personal for me, and I didn't have this in any of my notes here, but something a little personal for me. If you look back, if you look at my channel here, you realize I just started a YouTube channel here recently. And truth of the matter is, I wanted to start one a long time ago, but I was embarrassed. I was kind of, afraid of other people to see it and think that, laugh at me, think I'd say something stupid or anything like that. Or basically, I'm really not that good at speaking at times, maybe stutter and things like that. And I've let that stop me, and it's something that I wanted to do for years, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have went after it then. So this is why this is important to me. But to get back on track of what I was talking, uh, maybe you do have that strange collection. Uh, you need to just own it. Be proud of it. I'm sure there's a reason that you have it. Whether it's somebody that you cared about, some family member, grandparent or something gave you something, years and years ago that got you interested in it, and it just carried on from there. But apparently you value it for a reason. Otherwise, you wouldn't have this collection. So own up to it. Be proud of it. Show it off to people. You know. Um, but more importantly, you should value your own opinions uh, instead of valuing what everybody else thinks. You know, uh, let's say you want to ask somebody out on a date. Well, most of us, we get real nervous when it comes to doing something like that. And the reasons behind that is, one, you're afraid of rejection. Two, you're afraid maybe other people will find out, that you got turned down and laugh at you. So you'll be embarrassed about it. But the truth is, don't be. You need to go ahead and have the courage to ask that person out. If you have somebody out right now that you're debating on whether you should or you shouldn't, go ahead and ask them out. That doesn't guarantee that they're going to say yes, but even if they say no, don't just focus on, well, they just said no. Don't focus on that. Focus on what you just accomplished. I mean, think about what an accomplishment that is, that you actually had the courage to approach this person and ask them out, and build on that. Build on that, and your courage, what you think of yourself after that is going to increase, and then your courage is going to be greater, and then you're going to want to try more and more things. And instead of holding back in life, you're going to be brave enough to go out and maybe go for a promotion, You know, if you're thinking about trying to apply for a certain job, or maybe you want to think about you need a raise, uh, or you're going to, like I said, apply for a promotion. Uh, go for it. Go for it, because if you're just waiting and waiting to see what afraid you're going to get turned down for any of it, and afraid you're going to be embarrassed, you're never going to get anywhere in life. So I'm just telling you, just go for it. What do you got to lose? If they say no, they say no. But move on. Focus on the fact that, hey, I had the courage to ask for this, and just move on in life, and don't worry about what they say. Uh, you're going to make mistakes regardless. You're going to do embarrassing things. Maybe we turn around and we fall going up the stairs or something. It's just life. It's just going to happen that way. Own up to it. Don't worry about it. You can't live your life all the time worried about what somebody else is going to think. Or maybe one of the things that you're embarrassed about, maybe it's something with your appearance. There's a lot of things with your appearance you can't change. Maybe you're short, or maybe you're too tall, or who knows? Maybe you think different things about you. There's certain things about you that you don't like. A lot of that stuff you can't change. You have to learn to accept it. You can't change it and just move on. Accept yourself for who you are, and be proud of who you are. Let what everybody else says about you fade into the background. But back to what I said when maybe it's about your appearance and something you can't change. That's not a, now you need to accept yourself, but that's also not to say that you should just let yourself go, and that you shouldn't try to improve on yourself, because there's always room, I guess, for improvement in certain ways. Maybe you want to get a better education. Maybe you want to lose weight. Focus on the things you can change, and not the things that you can't change. And like I said, whatever, let the other people, whatever they got to say, fade into the background. Don't pay any attention to them people. That's not to say don't be a jerk, and not just ignore everybody and, be rude to people or anything like that. No, but just, if they have a lot of negative comments, don't pay attention to that. You don't need them kind of people in your life. And think about it. There's somewhere around 7 billion people in the world, and it is absolutely impossible to make them all happy. You're just not going to do it. You need to focus on doing the right thing. Then what do the right thing versus what pleases everybody else. And see what I'm saying? Even me, I get turned around and I've got so many different thoughts in my head sometimes that I start stuttering and forget what I'm saying. But hey, it's just that's just part of who I am. I've learned to accept that. But stop trying to control everybody's opinion of you. You can't. You can't do that. It's absolutely, like I said, it's impossible. You can't control everybody's opinion. You need to focus on yourself, the things that you can change. If you have certain things that you can change, then go ahead and try to work on that. But don't be embarrassed over any of the things that you do, over the things that you like to do, or over something that you want to do. Because, like I said at the first of this video, that can affect every part of your life. And you're going to miss out on a whole lot of stuff in life if you just focus on what people think of you. Instead, figure out what your own values are, your own course in life, and live by those values, and just be yourself and be happy. Be happy with who you are. And you'll find that once you stop caring what everybody else thinks, and that you start being happy with yourself and who you are, that everything in your life is going to start changing. You're going to start being a happier person. You're going to start being a little more pleasant to be around. And other people are going to gravitate towards you versus you trying to, latch on to somebody else and latch on to what they think. If you're a confident person in life, but like I said, you need to treat everybody good, But if you're a confident person, people tend to gravitate towards you. And you will start getting, your life will start improving. You may start getting these promotions, or you may be able to get this date with this guy, this girl that you've always wanted to go out with. But like I said, even if you don't focus on that. Focus on the fact that, hey, I had the courage to ask this person out. And so what, it didn't work out? Move on. Move on. There'll be plenty more out there for you. Like I said, just be yourself. Focus on the things that make you happy, and everything else will fall into place, I guarantee it. But if you find this video helpful, hey, I'd appreciate it if you guys subscribe to my channel, and always like and share. Y'all have a good day.